We welcome you live to Marshfield in Wisconsin, where tonight the Tigers are not taking action. We will see the Warriors and the Tritons in round 4 of the 2023 WIAA football playoffs. Winner advances to Camp Randall a week from today. Hi, everybody. I'm Dominic D'Angelo, along with Joey Bonadonna with you tonight. Joey, these two teams, identical records, identical conference records, both won conference championships, and have both rolled their way here in round 4. These two teams love to score points, and they have been a dominating force on each of their sides of the tournament so far.
Absolutely, Dom. You look at both of these squads, both seem poised for Division III titles. Unfortunately, they got to play each other here in Division 4 on the left side of Division 3, level 4, left side of the bracket. This is going to be an absolute fun one tonight here in Marshfield.
Take a look at some of the numbers here. Very identical. Notre Dame averaging about 47 points a game, only allowing about 10. Rice Lake allowing about 16, but they score 42, and includes a couple of 50 burgers that they put on the last couple of weeks. Round 1, 50 points against La Crosse Logan. Round 2, 50 once again against Sparta. And then last week, a 58-point outing against Onalaska. They score points. They do it in a variety of ways. You never know who's going to get the carries in this offense. Last week, it was really led by Stone, who had 6 touchdowns in that game. Easton Stone, the senior, 6 touchdowns. He tied a school record. We were talking with a guy up here in the press box for points in a game as well as touchdowns. But this is a team that beats in a lot of ways.
It's a very balanced offense. Like you said, you never know who is going to be touching the ball. Jacob Coons, he's been very productive as the quarterback, but very limited on how many times he's throwing the ball. This is kind of like it's a wing T offense where you never know who's going to be ending up taking the carry at the end of it, but you know that there are a lot of weapons in that backfield. It's going to be a game where Notre Dame is going to have to play very disciplined defense, as they know, as they play the wing T against Pulaski every year. They did pretty well with it against them this year to start. It'll be interesting to see how they match up with the Warriors tonight.
On the other side, the Tritons are led by their junior running back, Christian Collins, coming into tonight, 39 touchdowns, leads everyone in the state of Wisconsin. He has been a force to be reckoned with. He had a couple more scores last week. What can this Rice Lake defense do to try to slow him down?
Pray. That's about all I got. Christian Collins all season, all of the defenses that he's gashed all year. I mean, last week, Mount Horeb's defense, he had 260-some yards on the ground with the game-winning touchdown. I mean, even in a matchup like that, where it's heavyweight against heavyweight, Christian Collins still got his. And he ended up passing Nate Eilenfeld's senior year in terms of rushing yards. Many people thought that was one of the better rushing performances in the last decade of Notre Dame Academy running backs, which is an extensive list as it is. Christian Collins beat it in 2 less games. So it is going to be an exciting night tonight for Collins on the ground. And I expect this one to be a high-scoring game, but you know that both of these defenses have been scheming all week. Notre Dame, Coach Giovanetti, he prides himself on his defense, and I'm sure the same for Rice Lake. I think you're going to see a lot of game plans to try and stymie whatever you can, but a lot of weapons on both sides of the football.
They played each other 6 years ago in 2017 in this 4th round. Good game. Rice Lake won that one 28-7. They do it again tonight with a trip to state on the line. Warriors and Tritons coming up right after this.
Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
At Bell Health, we believe when part of you is injured, we have a part to play. Whether you're injured swinging for the fences or tending the hedges beside them, whether your goal is to play across the pond or star in Swan Lake, whether you're injured building strength or using your strength to build, our part is to provide no-cost injury consults no matter what part hurts. That's right, free of charge. Welcome to the Orthopedic Walk-In Injury Clinic at Bell Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic.
Welcome you back here from Marshfield. Tonight's Notre Dame Triton football game is proudly supported by Bell Health, Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, Immel Construction, Nicolay National Bank, the Green Bay Rockers, McKay Racing, Lemieux Toyota, and by members of the Notre Dame Academy Triton Athletic Booster Club.
So we are just about set to go here. 12 minutes on the first quarter clock. Teams being introduced momentarily. Warriors, like I said, 11-1 on the year. They won the Middle Border Conference, 7-0 record. Tritons, very similar story, 11-1, 7-0 in conference. Won the FRCC South. This is the furthest Notre Dame has made it in the playoffs since 2017 when they lost to Rice Lake in round 4. Rice Lake went on to win the championship a week later. Good energy in the building for the start of this one as we approach the top of the hour where kickoff is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Winner of this game plays the winner of Grafton and Stroden next week in Camp Randall.
You mentioned it. These two teams have matched up quite a bit in both of their efforts to try to get to Camp Randall Stadium. Always seems to be here in level 4 3 times in the past decade that these two have met in the playoffs in level 4. And tonight, a different site from the previous two, right here at Marshfield High School. Beautiful facility for this neutral site one. And we are ready to go, Dom.
You and I were talking on the way in. This is one of the nicest facilities that we've seen for a high school stadium. So the teams come out for opening kickoff. Warriors will kick it away. 2 men back deep for the Tritons. Christian Collins and Ian Blum stand at about the 14-yard line. Tigers set to kick it away. Glad you're with us on a Friday night. Short kick angling towards the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds to open things up. So good starting field position for the Tritons. And out comes Carson Glosney, who's had a very efficient season. Very low in the turnover department. Senior quarterback for this Notre Dame offense.
And with that kick out of bounds, I think that's something that you saw Notre Dame, they took advantage of it last week. A lot of short fields on the kicks out of bounds, and that's what Notre Dame did well at. It's going to be really important to get out and score early in this one. Notre Dame, used to getting out to early starts. They got to get it going here to start in level 4.
Ball starts at the 35-yard line. 2 receivers set as they often do. Collins in the backfield with pink sleeve on his left arm. Looking to carry this team all the way to a state championship. Gets it on the first carry and picks up about 5.
And Collins comes into this one averaging a little under 12 yards a carry, but 5 yards a carry, no matter what you do, this has always been one of my favorite lessons in football. If you get 3.5 yards per carry, you're typically winning football games. So 5 to start. There's a good start for Christian Collins.
Once again, 2 receivers set. Collins still in the backfield. Is going to be the main workhorse. Ian Blum not getting as many carries as the season winds on, but he'll be in the mix. Collins with a good hole over the left side, crossing the 50 and taken down at the 48. So 2 carries and 2 efficient runs for number 22.
Solid blocking on that left side. James Flanagan, as always, sealing the edge. Carson Vandenhouten was out there. This is what Notre Dame does. They will run off tackle. They will run the strong side behind Flanagan. And they've had success with it this season. Obviously, it's what's brought them this far.
Flanagan, the highly touted tight end, committed to the University of Notre Dame. 6'5" junior. Hands it to Collins one more time. And he's going to get across the 45 up to about the 43-yard line. So it'll be second and about 6.
Not really ever a big hole on that one, but Collins still able to ride his lineman forward. Another great pickup.
So you mentioned the Tritons get out to early starts. They, to this point in the year, have 191 first quarter points, while only allowing 32. So when they get that lead, they don't give it up. Ball on the 44. Collins has touched it each of the first 3 plays. Put a man in motion. That's Jack Collins, his brother. Christian Collins, once again, he's carrying defenders, and he's close to a first down as he crosses the 40. It's going to be just short, be a 3rd down and 1.
Going to be a 3rd and 1, yes. The hole opened up there. He had 2 options, and Rice Lake swallowed him up as he bounced back towards the numbers, trying to run downhill. 3rd and 1 here for the Tritons. Let's see how they do in the short distance situation.
Brady LaViolette has been in each of the first few plays at fullback. They go single receiver set this time. Tight on the line of scrimmage. With just under 9.5 to go, first quarter, 3rd down and 1 from the 39. Some movement and a flag. See, they call this against going to be a false start, so back up the Tritons 5, makes it 3rd and 6.
An unfortunate error there for the Tritons. They had this last week, too, on their game-winning drive. They still end up picking up the first down after that, but obviously this is a interesting situation here. on the first drive of the game.
That backs it up to the 44-yard line, so 3rd and 1 just became a bit more difficult. 3rd down and 6. Hand off to Collins over that left side. Crosses the 40. He's got a first down and a stiff arm delivered. He's pushed out near the 35.
Collins always with the nose for what he needs. Got a few extra yards there from what he needed there, but still a big first down. Taking a lot of carries on this first drive, as he typically has.
Tritons throughout the season have liked to set up a play-action shot on their first drive. Still haven't thrown it yet. It's been all Collins so far. Charlie Hornacek now in at wide receiver, now at the bottom of your screen. There is the play-action shot. Glosny rolls out, looking down the field. Throws, passes incomplete. In and out of the hands of Flanagan. Falls to the turf.
Looked like Flanagan could have had that, and not the best ball on to Flanagan, but still one he probably should have had. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Tritons.
Carson Glosny just jogged over to the sidelines. Tritons have been prone to run some wildcat. Ian Blum is now in the huddle. He and Collins, the dynamic duo, standing in the backfield. Breda LaViolette lined up in the fullback role. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Collins, direct snap, running to the right. Trying to find some room. You'll get a modest gain of about 4. Right back to where they had it. Makes it 3rd down. That was officially a gain of, I believe, 3.
Just trying to get some positive yardage there. Running to the opposite side, far side. Just not a lot of holes opened up there on that 2nd down run.
So they tried the play-action shot earlier on this drive. 3rd down and 7 here. So we approach the 7.5-minute mark in the first. Handoff. Collins, nowhere to go. He's taken down. Got to about the 32. Not good enough, and here comes 4th down.
4th and 5, and it looks like they're going to have a... Well, they're bringing out a bigger unit. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Flanagan lined up in the slot. Don't see this a whole lot from him. Glosny is going to take the snap. They are going for it. Glosny fires. Pass is caught. There is Flanagan. He's got a first down inside the 20, and he still won't go down near the 15.
That is exactly what Notre Dame has been waiting for, being able to use James Flanagan as a traditional stand-up wide receiver tight end. And they deliver a strike to him from Carson Glosny, a big 4th down conversion. Red zone trip for the Tritons now as they keep the drive moving.
That was one of the few times that Flanagan has lined up as a receiver. Doesn't do it very often. Pays off for him there. Here's Collins on the right side, trying to find some space. Nice carry, gain near the 10-yard line. It's going to be down just before that, it looks like.
Well, very similar to what we saw last week. A long drive to start. This is now taking up over half of the first quarter clock. Triton still at 2nd down. Not in a rush to score. They're in the red zone. They still have another first down to use if they need it.
It's been Collins and Flanagan to get him down here. Collins remains in the backfield. Indirect snap to him. Fighting his way. Crosses the 10-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. A host of Warriors were there on the tackle. Officially goes for a gain of 1, makes it 3rd and 4 on the 10-yard line. As we approach 5 minutes to go in this first quarter, a long drive put together by this Notre Dame offense trying to control the clock. Facing another third down here. They give to Collins, and he's going to be close. Looks like he's about a yard short of a first down. So once again, decision time for head coach Mike Rader. He actually only gained 1 yard on that last run.
In the exact same situation as they were last week, inside the 10-yard line, but still a first down to go on a 4th and short. They didn't kick it last time. They went for it and were just short. Let's see what happens here.
Up to the line quickly. Handoff Collins. He's blown up in the backfield.
Immediately blown up in the backfield there, and the Tritons come up empty-handed. Now the pressure's on the defense. You can't let Rice Lake score first. This is going to be a real back-and-forth battle.
Lucas Sirik was the one who made the big hit on Collins, took him down. Lost a yard on that last play. Now this Rice Lake offense, which has been humming over the last couple of weeks, takes over on their own 11-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. With 4:34 to go in the first quarter. Some motion. There's that triple option, and that didn't fool anybody. Taken down for a loss. A school of Tritons behind the line of scrimmage to blow that first play up.
Set in the open. This Notre Dame defense, they're used to playing against the triple option wing T offense. They do it every year when they play Pulaski. And this year they were successful against it, only giving up 14 points. But got to keep it up. That was just play 1.
So Jacob Coons, the quarterback for Rice Lake, had a very good year, 1,300 yards, 20 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Took a big hit on that first play. Here's a toss now, trying to find some space on that right side. James Flanagan took down Connor Durant, immediately makes it 3rd down.
And there was space out there to that right side, but Flanagan comes in, minimal gain. It's going to be a 3rd and long here. Let's see what happens for the Warriors.
So the Tritons had a very long first possession, potential 3 and out here for the Warriors. 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 13. Play action under pressure. Coons gets out of it, rolling. Now he throws over the head of his intended target, incomplete for Strand. And that makes it 4th down.
Great play by Coons to avoid 2 sacks on the play, one from Marzek. And it looked like Stanley Smith was the other. Almost a phenomenal play to start this one with a bang. But now it's just 4th down, and the Warriors will punt.
Only able to gain 2 yards on that drive. Christian Collins is back to return the punt. He's taken a couple punts back for touchdowns this year. High snap. Punts away. It's a high kick. Collins back and calls for a fair catch. Bobbles it initially, and he will regain control. Ball will be officially marked at the 47-yard line.
Well, you go back to that first drive for Notre Dame, and even though they didn't get the first down on that 4th down, you're still winning the position battle. There was trust in the defense to not give up the long drive. Now you're back in another short field opportunity. This reminds me of how Iowa football likes to operate. Field position is half the battle.
You're not bitter about that game at all, are you?
No, not at all. That's just how they win games.
Being a Madison guy. Hand off to Collins over the right side, crossing midfield. Another solid gain of about 5.
Flag coming down on the far side. I think this one is going to come back.
Call on the field looks like to be a hold against the Tritons. That's going to back them up.
Well, playing behind the sticks, not ideal.
So they've tried a couple of those stretch runs early on so far, with Collins trying to break one to the outside. That one didn't go their way. That backed them up all the way to the, let's see where they put this here. They are just now making the official ruling that puts them at the 41. So 1st and 17, kind of a weird field position spot here.
3.5 yards per carry. Not going to do you too much good on this drive. You're going to need a little bit more than that this time.
2 receivers set, high snap. Ian Blum's going to take it on the direct snap, crosses the 45. Gain of about 5 on that one. So Blum, with his first carry of the night, had a really good season. 764 yards, 16 scores for him coming into tonight's game. Blum's in the backfield here again. So they go with the Wildcat formation. Flanagan once again split out to the slot. Probably has to use as a blocking threat. High snap again. Blum makes a couple of moves and gets to about midfield. So gets that penalty yardage back and a little bit more. Makes it another 3rd down and long as we're under 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Got to be able to get those snaps down. Just one play away from disaster. They've been high over the head of their intended targets in the backfield.
Glosny back under center for this play. 3rd down and 7. Ball on the Rice Lake 49. Play action. Glosny feeling the pressure, throws, has a man wide open. It's Flanagan. Inside the 30, he's knocked out of bounds at the 27. And there's a flag down, so this might be coming back.
It is. That was a phenomenal play by James Flanagan, but all for naught. It's coming back, and now it would have been another trip inside the 30. It's going to be a 3rd and long and a very difficult situation.
So that's twice now on this drive that the Tritons have hurt themselves with penalties. As the head official makes a signal to the crowd, ball back right where they started on the 41-yard line.
See what comes out here on 3rd and 17.
They go with a 4 receiver set. Tritons don't go 4 wide very often. Obvious passing situation. Glosny going deep, pass is caught and held on to. Charlie Hornacek's got it.
Goodness, Charlie Hornacek. He's had a knack for the big catches over the middle all season, and none bigger than that one so far. 1st down, Tritons at the 35-yard line.
Beautiful throw from Glosny all the way up to the 35. You talk about flipping field position in a hurry. Big explosive play from Hornacek. As we're now under a minute in the first quarter. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Tritons are going to move some tight ends in motion. LaViolet's going to flip sides in the backfield. Handoff Collins. Trying to find some space. Tripped up right around the 30.
You know, the pressure's been there from Rice Lake in the backfield. The battle for Collins is going to be able to get past that first carry.
10 seconds left in this first quarter. Looks like the Tritons are going to run out the clock. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So these two high-scoring teams combined for 0 points in the first quarter. We'll be back to Marshfield High School for round 4 of the 2023 WIAA Boys Football Tournament right here on the Triton Sports Network.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
At At Bellin Health, we believe when part of you is injured, we have a part to play. Whether you're injured swinging for the fences or tending the hedges beside them, whether your goal is to play across the pond or star in Swan Lake, whether you're injured building strength or using your strength to build, our part is to provide no-cost injury consults no matter what part hurts. That's right, free of charge. Welcome to the Orthopedic Walk-In Injury Clinic at Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
Back here from Marshfield, Dominic D'Angelo, Joey Buonadonna with you for round 4 of the football playoffs. Christian Collins has been busy early in this game. He's busy here, crossing the 20. Still not down inside the 15, and a flag comes out. So we'll see what this is about. Tritons have killed themselves with penalties so far in this game, and it looks like a face mask, so this one might be going against the Warriors. And it sure is. So that's going to add on some yardage after that nice run from Collins.
Trying to get in there and knock that ball free, but you always run the risk of that and getting a little bit too grabby with the face mask, and that's what happened there. Now it's going to be first and goal for the Tritons, their first trip inside the 10-yard line in a first down situation.
Ball officially marked on the 9. This is Christian Collins territory, 39 total touchdowns this year. It's been an absolute machine inside the 20. 2 receivers set, ball on the 9. Here is Collins, stumbles a bit, gets his footing, fighting his way down inside the 5, taken down at the 4.
You know, Collins, he might only be 5'10", 190, but he packs a punch when he lowers the shoulders. He's always a threat to get the extra yards. Cuts the yardage necessary in half. Second and goal from the 4.
That was Wagner and Stone in on that last tackle. Ball now inside the 5 on the 4s. We're just underway in the second quarter. Still nothing. Tritons knocking on the door. Single receiver set. Hand to Collins. Over the right side. Tripped up at about the 2. So that makes it third down.
So they keep cutting it in half. Cutting it in half from 8 to 4, now to 2. Here's where that 3.5 yards per carry may come in handy.
So they've had LaViolette in at fullback to pave the way for Collins. So far in this game, he's going to line up in the tight end spot here. 2 receivers set. From the 2. Glosny, pitch to Collins, cuts it up, and he is in for a touchdown.
Big first score for the Tritons here in level 4. They had their early lead last week, but they know that as soon as someone strikes first, that pressure to score comes back for both sides. This could be just the beginning.
So that is now 40 rushing touchdowns for Christian Collins. He has a receiving one as well. Nick Grusin will be on to attempt the extra point. Been pretty good on extra points this year. I was talking to him a little earlier this week. Said he feels confident in this game. That one is straight and true. That makes it 7-0 in favor of the Tritons with 10-11 to go in the first quarter. Notre Dame on top of the Rice Lake Warriors.
One message from one of our sponsors tonight. The 2023 Northwoods League champion Green Bay Rockers baseball team is looking to run it back in 2024. Ticket packages are on sale now to lock in the best seats as they defend their title. For more information on group outings, flex packs, and more, visit greenbayrockers.com. Green Bay Rockers baseball, get ready for the show. A check-in from the other side of the level 3 bracket. Grafton leading the Stoughton Vikings in the first quarter. 7-0.
Winner of this game will take on the winner of that game for the Division III state title a week from tonight. Calvin Kelsey back deep to receive the kick for the Warriors. Grusin all set to kick it away here after that touchdown drive. Good kick from Grusin, fielded at about the 8-yard line and leaping his way up to about the 29-yard line.
Tried the wedge block there. You normally don't see that. But the Tritons were able to break it. And usually I'm trying to get a read on the wind here tonight. Not too much of a factor. I would assume, yeah, not quite getting a pickup on it. But usually Grusin's a guy that can usually get a touchback for you more often than not, so something to keep an eye on there.
That was Durand on the kickoff return. He got it up to about the 23-yard line. Handoff up the middle, fighting his way forward, and a good carry. Getting close to a first down was Lucas Peters. And they're going to move the chains for him. He gets to the 35.
Getting through the initial line of scrimmage. Takes Ian Blum for a little bit of extra yardage there too. And that's an easy first down for Rice Lake.
So they keep running this sort of 3-option offense with a man in motion, handoff up the middle once again. Not much room there, gain of about 3. Peters once again, Asa Poyster in on the stop.
Good start to this drive for Rice Lake. They got the quick first down, put themselves in a little bit easier field position. Now they can feel comfortable with just chipping away as they keep going. Watch for a threat to pass. They did throw on that first drive, almost connected on third down.
Zach Orr, the tight end, is their leading receiver this year. Once again, they go with the handoff and spinning his way near a first down and getting a first down. Some tough running from Connor Durand. Moving the sticks as he got the ball all the way up to the 46.
And now here you see the Rice Lake offense we saw set it in the open that they're a team that doesn't necessarily score right away on you, but once they get it going, they are tough to slow down.
Maybe gaining a bit of momentum here, right up the middle again. Peters breaking away, and it's a foot race, and Peters is going to win it. Touchdown, Warriors.
And the key to that drive for the Tritons defense, just missed tackles in the first level. A tough way to give up the first touchdown. Rice Lake getting their first breakaway score. A lot of time yet, but I think similar to what we saw from Mount Horeb last week. Rice Lake likes to go for 2.
That was a 54-yard scamper on the score. And now the Warriors going to try for that 2-point conversion. Big play early in this game. 8:22 in the first half. Trying to take the lead. All sorts of movement everywhere. And the Tritons look like they stop them. They are waiting on a signal. No signal, and it's no good. Much to the chagrin of the Warrior faithful in front of us here in the press box. But nonetheless, a 54-yard touchdown from Lucas Peters gets Rice Lake on the board in this game. Notre Dame still leads at 7-6, 8:22 left in the first quarter.
Another word from one of our sponsors. Lemieux Toyota proudly supports Triton football. Generations of smart money shoppers look to Lemieux for savings on America's best-selling lineup of all-wheel drive cars, trucks, SUVs, and hybrid models. From Toyota Care to no down payment leases and more. Let the sales pros at Lemieux show you how they can make upgrading to a new or certified used vehicle affordable for you. Lemieux Toyota, Oneida Street, Green Bay. Go Tritons.
So the score reads 7-6. We'll see if that decision to go for 2 comes back and hurts the Warriors in any facet in this game. But to your point earlier, Joey, once they get scoring, they don't seem to stop until the clock hits 0.
You basically need to treat this as a tie game.
A little bit of a squib kick here. It's going to be muffed initially. Now fielded around the 30 and a big hit applied.
Forward progress up to the 31, but I don't think that quite totally matters. Getting that big hit, I don't think there's a doubt right now who the momentum is with. But Notre Dame, they've shown that they can take it back in a hurry. 8:17 left in the second quarter where this drive starts.
Emmett Hunter was the one who had the responsibility of fielding that kick and got the ball up to the 31-yard line. That's where the Tritons will set up shop. They go with a 3-receiver set on this play. Collins remains in the backfield. Glosny's going to hand it to him, trying that left side, making men miss every which way and not getting much of anything there. Lots of Warriors in on the stop, including Jackson Frank, the 6'2 senior.
They've been heading to that far side of the field, just not a lot going. Obviously now it's flipped. Oh, there's a flag down.
That came in late. Let's see what this is about. It's going to be a face mask. That goes against the Warriors there, so that is a huge penalty. It's going to move things all the way up to the Notre Dame 46.
Let's see if they can take advantage of that. Not much happened on that first play, but you got to break your way.
Under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Tritons holding on to a 1-point lead. They put a man in motion and they give it to him. This is Kingston Allen, who's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Kingston Allen, the freshman, getting in there. He had a great season with the freshman team. He has that track speed, ran 11.44 just as an 8th grader in the 100-meter dash. But they were able to keep him from going to the outside. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Evan Strand, number 7, was the one who applied the stop. The 6'2 junior has been all over the place in this game. Glosny's got 3 receivers set. Collins in the backfield. Glosny throws over the middle. He's got Flanagan. And Flanagan is taken down. The ball comes out.
They're calling it a fumble.
And it's Warrior football. So James Flanagan was about to have a huge play that was going to end inside the 20. Instead, he puts the ball on the turf, and Rice Lake takes over.
No discussion about this. They immediately threw the flag for a turnover. And yeah, getting a look at it, I think he might have been losing possession of that ball. As we get a replay on the Jumbotron they have here in Marshfield, but a backbreaker right there. Would have been a big opportunity, but now Rice Lake has the football.
They took it the distance on their last drive, now feeling the momentum. Take the snap here, Peters up the middle for a gain of maybe 3.
I'll give them a little bit more, up to about a 4-yard gain. This is where you start to see Rice Lake's offense start to feel themselves. But you keep going back to this momentum. It's pretty firmly with Rice Lake right now. You're going to need a big play to swing it back in your way if you're the Tritons.
So Joey was correct, gain of 4 on that last play, 2nd and 6. Play action. Coons looking deep. He's got a man wide open, and it's dropped. Calvin Kelsley was wide open. He would have walked in for a score, and it goes right through his hands and brings up 3rd down.
Just a little bit overthrown, but again, that is one that you should have if you're Kelsey. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Big play at this point in the game. 6:12 left in the first half. A 7-6 game. 3rd down and 6. Once again, man in motion. Coons pitches it. And it's going to be close. Depends on the spot.
They're going to give it to him.
That was Kelsley on the pitch out. So he drops a pass. They go to him on 3rd down, and they're going to move the chains. Ball up to the 30.
They had 2 guys in the backfield there matching up, but Coons just able to get that shovel pass off and being able to get just 1 yard more than what was needed to get the first down.
That's got to be a confidence booster for Kelsey as well. Going back to him on that next play after that big drop. Once again, more motion. Got it again here and nowhere to go. Abe Augustine made sure there was no additional yards gained.
They went back to Kelsey again. And they've been going up the middle a lot. Usually if they're going to go out on the outside, it's going to be on a pitch, but they have been very prone to running up the middle that time. The Tritons able to snuff it out.
Ball on the 31. Everyone's near the line of scrimmage, tight to the formation. Kelsey in motion, handoff to Peters up the middle, and he is going to be taken down after crossing the 35. That's going to make it about 3rd down and 4. Asa Poyster was in on the stop. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's been a good game so far. Now some motion from the Warriors. They like to do this little bit of a fake jet sweep type of a deal here. That was Durand in motion on that last one. It's in motion again here. They're going to give it to Stevens up the middle, and no gain for Peters up the middle. My mistake. Lucas Peters on the carry. That's going to make up 4th down.
4th down here. Warriors showing punt. With the athletes that they have, you got to keep an eye on the backfield.
James Flanagan was in on the tackle. Here comes the punt team. Christian Collins standing at about the 39. Kicks away. It's a high kick. Angling kick. Takes a bounce. A Warriors bounce at that. Look at this.
Beautiful punt.
All the way back inside the 15.
Gonna be a long field for the Tritons. This could be the last opportunity the Tritons have of possessing the football here in the first half. Rice Lake's going to receive the second half kickoff, so a little bit of urgency here to score, but you also don't want to give the ball back to Rice Lake with an opportunity to double up and extend their lead if it gets to that into the second half.
That was a gorgeous punt all the way back at the 12. Notre Dame sets up shop. 2 receivers set. Looks like Collins is going to take a direct snap here. And he will. Tries that right side, finding some space. Breaking some tackles, and he's taken down after crossing the 30. Almost got free. He's got that home run speed.
Oh, Collins able to break it forward, but he had space to that far sideline, Dom. What could have been, but still a great pickup there on first down, first play of the drive for Collins. And now you feel a little bit more comfortable where you're at.
So the scoreboard says it's on the 31. I'm going to guess that's the 32, so just slightly off on the Jumbotron. Glasny back in under center. Takes it. Looking. Fires. Pass is caught. And a great catch is made. Crossing midfield. That was Emmett Hunter.
You know, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Notre Dame and trying to sling it a little bit. They are not known as a team that's going to throw, but they've come out in a lot of 3-4 wide sets, and they've succeeded. It's something that we see Rice Lake run out in their passing situations, but Notre Dame being successful with it tonight as well.
Carson Glasny coming into this game, only 83 passing attempts this year. He's been very efficient in this game, making some precise throws as Collins takes it for a gain of about 3. That takes us to the 2-minute mark in the first half.
2nd down and 6 coming up. Tritons are moving with ease, but again, need to avoid those turnovers, what we just saw in the last drive. You cannot give Rice Lake the football back to end of the half.
Looks like Glasny's playing with a great deal of confidence right now. 3 receivers set. Takes it, quick throw out to the 40, and a big hit is applied. Micah Marzek on the reception. Forward progress is going to have him just a couple of yards short of a first down.
A big hit by Orr, but an even better play by Marzek to be able to hold on to that one. Give yourself a short situation here on 3rd down. Clock rolling close to the 1-minute mark.
3 receivers set once again. 3rd down and a deuce, under a minute to go. Glasny fires. That should be enough for first down yardage unless he goes backwards.
He did.
He does. That's going to make it 4th down and a yard.
Timeout called by Notre Dame. That is, God, you gotta have heads up football there if you're Micah Marzek. You have the first down, you go down, stop the clock, get a new set of sticks, but now you're in a 4th and 1 situation. Under 50 seconds to go. Decision time here for Notre Dame. I think you do go for this, but you got to be really confident that you can get this first down, because giving the ball back to Rice Lake, again, as I've said all drive, not an option.
They're in no man's land right now. Ball is on the 39 of the Warriors. It's 4th and a long 1. This is too far for a Nick Russo field goal attempt, we can imagine, and it looks like the offensive unit is coming out onto the field. Looks like with a bit of a jumbo package. With 49 seconds left in the first half. Christian Collins in the backfield. In the NFL, this would be tush-push territory here. They fake it to Collins. Glasny throws. It's batted and incomplete.
Well, they've been more apt to throw it in this game, but I don't know about in that situation. Now 45 seconds left for Rice Lake to put a drive together. They only need a field goal to take the lead, and they get the ball out of half. This is going to be a tough situation. Can this Triton defense get a stop?
This is prime opportunity if you're Rice Lake to take a lead going into the halftime dressing rooms. Single receiver set. Man in motion. Play action. Coons going deep. And it is knocked away, incomplete. Ball fluttered up in the air for a minute there. And Charlie Hornacek swatted it right when it came into his grasp.
Big play there by Charlie Hornacek. There was a step there. There was an opportunity for a big play. But Hornacek, he's had amazing ball skills all season. Being able to see that one coming in and put hand on ball. 2nd down coming up.
Zach Orr, the intended target, who is their leading receiver coming into tonight. 483 yards, 7 touchdowns on the year. Had a couple of catches in that win last week, 2 of them for 44 yards. Some more motion. Coons is going to fake the toss, run, and now he's out. And no one in front of him. He's going to waltz in for a touchdown, and the Warriors take the lead right before the half.
There is an injured Warrior down on the field. Looks like it is Evan Strand. But there were a lot of opportunities to get in there and make the tackle, but everything going the wrong way for Notre Dame.
Strand is able to jog off under his own power. Looks like he's in some discomfort on that right knee area. So that score made it 12-7. Offensive units staying out on the field for Rice Lake. 27 seconds left in the first half. Two receivers set. Coons sprints to his right, fires it, caught. That is Orr, and that is 2. That makes it a bit more of a traditional score, 14-7, late in the first half.
Well, let's see what Notre Dame can do. They do have 27 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts at their disposal. The way that this Rice Lake defense has been all game, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to break a big one in this amount of time, but
if there's anyone who can do it, it would be Christian Collins.
look over at that Grafton-Stoughton game. Still 7-0 in favor of Grafton. They're getting into the midway part of the second quarter over there as well.
Grafton, the 4 seed. Stoughton at 7. Rice Lake and Notre Dame 1 and 2 respectively. Game has lived up to the hype so far in the first half. Another high pop-up kick. Going to take a bounce, and you got to field it quickly, and he does. That was Ian Blum who had to hop on top of it at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was right in no man's land. And Hunter had left it. Blum had to come up and get it. Now 25 seconds left, but you are lucky there that you are in possession of this football. 24-yard line, 25 seconds left in the first half.
So let's see how aggressive they're going to be here. Carson Glosney is split out wide. Collins is going to take a direct snap. He's going to motion Allen. Collins is going to keep it himself. He's got some space. That closed up quickly. Taken down after a gain of about 6, up near the 30.
Ran to his own blockers there. I like the idea, but you're running to the short side of the field. You're going to run out of space there on that play. If I'm Notre Dame, I probably would have tried that one to the other side, but not too much luck going to that side in this game so far. You have your playmakers out there.
Tritons did take a timeout. That's their second of the half. 17 seconds to go.
Second and 4 from the 30. 70 yards to go. You got to think it's going to have to come on this play or the next if you're going to try to run.
Time is not on the Triton side here as they jog out onto the field after the timeout. 2 receivers set right now for Klosny. James Flanagan, the tight end, lined up in the slot. Collins still in the backfield. Glosney steps up. He's going to run in no man's land. He's going to go down near the 40. Now the ball comes out. Let's see what the ruling is here. There are 9 seconds left on the clock, and it's initially ruled, I think,
It's Notre Dame ball.
Notre Dame football.
But I think, yeah, there's going to be a timeout here. No, there was a timeout called.
That's the third and final timeout of the half for the Tritons. There are 8 seconds left on the clock. Ball is on the 45-yard line.
Take another opportunity to thank one of our sponsors, McKay Racing. McKay Racing Team is youth racer Henrik McKay, a current 4th grader at Notre Dame of De Pere. Henrik's home track is Road America, but he also travels the Midwest for national races for CKNA and the Route 66 Sprint Series. He drives both 4-cycle and 2-cycle carts. McKay Racing Team says, go Tritons.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Also, thank you to our producer and technical engineer, Chris Lehrman, for all of his work getting the camera set up down here for us. It was a bit of a drive for all of us, but glad that we could all be here. 14-7, 8 seconds left in the first half. And as of right now, it kind of looks like this might be a Hail Mary attempt. 4 receivers set for Glosny. Collins in the backfield. And they're going to hand it. Collins trying to find some space, try to spin out, try to stay up, and he goes down.
And that's how the first half's going to come to an end. Or, yes. For a second there, I saw the clock stop, but it runs out. Well, Rice Lake with the lead and the ball coming out of the second half. This is going to be a big test for Notre Dame. They've not played in close games really all season. They played in a close game last week against Mount Horeb, but that one, they were the team in front, and they were the team with the ball out of the second half kickoff. Now you got to come back and regroup, get a stop on defense, and hope your offense can start to put something together.
These two teams, 1 and 2 in the standings on their side of the bracket. 14-7 is the score at halftime in favor of the Warriors. We'll take a break for halftime and then be right back for the third quarter kickoff. You're watching round 4 of the 2023 Boys Football Tournament right here on the Triton Sports Network.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversation.
Back here from Marshfield, a message from one of our other sponsors, Immel Construction. Immel Construction is a proud supporter of Notre Dame Academy and Tritons Athletics. Immel Construction is a Green Bay, Wisconsin-based general contractor serving you all your commercial construction needs for over 60 years. We are honored to be associated with Notre Dame Academy and wish the players, coaches, administration, and fans best of luck. 41 and counting. Let's go Tritons. At 41, in reference of the state championships won by the Tritons over the years. The Tritons in recent years have been successful of coming forward and trying to win state championships across every sport imaginable. I mean, last year you had both boys hockey and girls basketball.
You had boys cross country
Boys
last year.
cross country as well. It was a good year to be a Triton last year, and this year's been off to a good start as well. A lot of record-setting performances by all the fall sports. Winter sports season coming around. Girls basketball poised and trying to push for number 4 in a row, trying to get that class of 2024 a clean sweep of Division II state titles. But these Tritons, right now in their quest to try and push it to 42 before the winter season, they trail right now in the halftime break, 14-7. Dom, obviously, we just talked about this during our break. There were a lot of moments there where you saw that momentum shift, and that first one was the fumble from James Flanagan. It was an odd play. He was spinning as he was being brought down, didn't really get a look if his knee was down. Obviously, there's no review until the state championship, despite all of the great technology that we have here at Marshfield tonight. You're not able to review it until you get to Camp Randall. So that was a tough call to make. It was I think the right call on the field, but it would have been interesting if you would have been able to take another look at that. But that's a tough way to start it if you're Notre Dame, kind of how the wheels fell off, because there was an opportunity to go up by a score, extend your lead, and now suddenly you find yourself trailing 14-7 with also giving up the ball out of halftime. So, yeah, if you're Notre Dame, your first priority, you got to get that stop. If you don't, you're in for you're going to need a big comeback throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, 2 long touchdown runs in that first half, one from Lucas Peters, one from the quarterback, Jacob Kuntz, has gotten them out to a 14-7 lead. And I think the biggest thing in this game that has been the most interesting to see is the Warriors' defense has done a good job taking away the big play from mainly Christian Collins, and that's kind of forced the Tritons to go into more of a drop-back passing offense. And give Carson Glasney some credit. He's looked very efficient and very accurate tonight. But they got to get Collins going in some way, shape, or form, whether that be in the receiving game, maybe on a screen pass. He did score on a screen pass earlier this year.
I think they've had him in the flat on a few of these passing down situations. I think if you're Carson Glasney, that's something that you're going to look at. But also, if you're Rice Lake, you know you got to shut that down too, because if you give Christian Collins the ball in space, like he's had the opportunities to, it's going to be tough to catch up with him. That's a good thing that they've done a good job of. He has not had too many breakaway opportunities to try and get gains of 20-plus yards like he usually has this season. He's even got that last week against Mount Horeb. So look out for that. This team is obviously capable of putting points up if you're looking at Notre Dame. But first thing you got to look at is getting that stop. And they've had Rice Lake in some good situations, but you got to be able to make clean tackles in the backfield, and that's going to be the first battle you got to look at in this one.
Yeah, this defense coming into this game only gave up about 10 points a game, and in conference play they were shutting people out. Granted, Rice Lake is a little bit tougher than some of the opponents in the FRCC that you're going to play, but one thing that the Tritons all year long had done a good job doing is getting some pressure on the quarterback, and Rice Lake and Jacob Kuntz have not dropped back to throw many passes, but they also haven't made his life super difficult when it comes to reading what they're trying to do and trying to take away on some of those read option plays.
And they've had guys in the backfield. There's definitely been that presence there. Just got to be able to be disciplined in the option offense in trying to put hat on hat. That's going to be the big factor if Notre Dame wants to keep this a football game, come out, start the half.
Rice Lake is going to get the ball to begin the second half. We'll take a quick break and then be right back here for the second half. You're listening and watching to round 4 of the 2023 Boys Football Tournament right here on the Triton Sports Network.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity. Your community, your team. We're a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since it began. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Tennessee by 12. The stupid Peacock broadcast.
I don't know what happened. Crowell hit a 3 and then they immediately. Oh. Wait.
Do you have the scoring plays written down, or do you need me to?
No, I don't.
So it's Collins for 2 yards. Extra point, good.
Write it on, what side you write this on?
Doesn't matter, just write it on any.
Collins.
2 yard. Then Rice Lake. Lucas Peters.
Peters, first one.
57 yards.
That's good.
2 point was no good. Or try unsuccessful. Or whatever. And then it was Kunz.
Yep. 54?
61.
61, okay.
Oh, sorry, it was 54 was the first one, not 57. Yeah, 54. 61 was the last one.
2 points, good. 2 or.
Was he going to do it again? Nope.
Welcome back to Marshfield, where the score is Warriors 14, Tritons 7. Dominic D'Angelo and Joey Bonadonna with you for round 4 of the playoffs. A couple different touchdowns in that first half. Christian Collins got the scoring started from 2 yards out. And then Lucas Peters took it the distance on a 54-yard try. And they went for 2, and that was unsuccessful. And then Jacob Coons, the quarterback, kept it for 61. And they did convert the 2-point conversion the second time to Zach Orr. So we are about 2 minutes away from kickoff to the second half. And I was talking to some fans on the Rice Lake side during the commercial break, Joey, and a little interesting fact, they don't have an active kicker for extra points and field goals on the roster. So if they keep scoring, we're going to see 2-point conversions from here on out.
Good to know. I mean, you're seeing on the kickoff specialist, you're seeing a lot of pooch kicks. The punter has been phenomenal when needed, but good to know that there will be only 2-point tries if needed.
Rice Lake will get the ball to start the second half. Let's talk about what their game plan could be offensively. We've seen this triple option sort of play with a man in motion in the backfield for a large part of this game. Got to imagine they're going to stick to that.
Yeah, I imagine that they're going to keep running up the gut. These pitches out wide, they've helped alleviate some things, but I think the thing that you've seen Rice Lake be successful more often than not is being able to run up the middle, and I expect that to be the same. But if you're Notre Dame, you have your linebackers that have been good for you all season. You have Flanagan, you have Augustine, and they need to step up. Flanagan's been good, but there's been a lot of helmets on him blocking downfield, so he needs someone to step up in between the tackles to try and get a stop here out of the half.
Tritons had a number of penalties in that first half, very few against the Warriors. That Coach Rader was addressing that in the huddle before they took the field, so we are about 15 seconds before we are set to place the ball on the tee for kickoff. This is the furthest Notre Dame has made it in the playoffs since 2017 when they lost to Rice Lake 28-7 in round 4. This is the furthest the Warriors have made it since 2021 when they lost to Pewaukee in the championship round. After they beat the Tritons back in 2017, they went on to win the state championship. Kickoff is away from Grusin. That goes into the end zone, and that will be a touchback.
There's that touchback that we usually see out of Nick Grusin going into the same end zone. So giving Rice Lake the same amount of, at least on normal circumstances, no opportunity to advance it more than the 20-yard line.
So this possession for the Warriors begins at their own 20. Jacob Kuntz under center. Took one for 61 in that first half. Everyone tight to the formation, 1st and 10. Kuntz is going to hand it off up the middle and nowhere to go. Stanley Smith with a big tackle on Peters. That was a gain of about 3.
Still a good gain on that one, but a big thing for Smith to be able to step in there as they're trying to attack in between the tackles.
Stanley Smith had a phenomenal year. 6 sacks, 12 tackles for a loss coming into tonight. Kuntz pitches it out. Coming on the near side, crossing the 30 and going up to about the 40-yard line. That was Calvin Kelsey, so he's had a couple of touches on that pitch to the left side, 1st down. Ball's up to the 41-yard line officially. Two receivers set this time for Kuntz. Kuntz rolling to his right. Under pressure from Smith. Goes deep. Pass is caught! Inside the 20 and taken down inside the 10. What a catch from Zach Orr.
Charlie Hornacek tried to go up on that one. He broke up the last one in the first half, but wow, what a catch.
So
yeah, last minute decided to go after the receiver instead of the ball and still able to haul that one in. Big momentum shift.
Down to the 7, a huge play, handoff right up the middle. Bulldozing his way for a touchdown is Easton Stone, the fullback.
Well, Rice Lake does what they do best. They score right out of the half. Now it's on Notre Dame to try and bounce back. Again, going for 2 here.
They've got a 50% conversion rate on their 2-point conversions to hit or on the last one. 3 receivers set for Kuntz. He's going to give it up the middle. Stone is in. So we got the home run and the double, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. That makes it 22-7 with 10:02 left in the third quarter, just underway in the third quarter. Tritons now facing a double-digit deficit for the first time all season.
Lemieux Toyota proudly supports Notre Dame Triton football. Hard work creates championship-level performance. Lemieux Toyota works hard every day to create affordable opportunities for their customers to upgrade to Toyota's championship-level performance and reliability. From cars to trucks, SUVs, hybrids, and more, working hard for you is what they do at Lemieux Toyota. Oneida Street, Green Bay. Go Tritons.
22-7 now is the score. Rice Lake has scored on their last 2 offensive possessions. See what they do with the kickoff here. It's going to be fielded eventually by Blum, trying to cut it to the outside, trying to find some blocking. He's going to be taken down around the 30. That's where the Tritons will set up shop. So Carson Glosny in that first half was very efficient. A strong first half, but his team down 15. He's going to need to muster up some more of that first half success. Ball on the 31. Two receivers set. Christian Collins, when they've been on offense, has barely come out of the game. He's in the backfield here. Handoff to him. Collins not finding much room. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually gained a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9, and we talked about it at halftime. Collins has been bundled up for a large part of this game. Once again, a two-receiver set. Collins remains in the backfield. Brady LaViolette in at fullback. Handoff to Collins, trying to find some space. He is going to bounce off a tackler.
He's still not going to have the first down there. Again, he's been able to find little spurts of space. But a good job from this Rice Lake defense. Every single time, there's not been much bounce-back opportunity to the outside, where he usually makes most of his home run plays.
3rd down and 1. Ball on the 40. Collins got 8 on that last carry. Only a single receiver set. Everybody's in the box for the Warriors. Handoff to Collins, trying to find some space, and he has the first down. And now the ball looks like it may have come out. Let's see who got on top of it. That was a
Collins.
Late fumble. Looked like Collins was able to jump back on top of it. Notre Dame retains possession.
Well, things aren't going well, and that would have... I don't know what words I have for that one, Dom. Even more not good. But still Notre Dame ball, 1st and 10.
Ball's on the 44-yard line. They're going to motion Marzik. Glosny under pressure. Checks it down. Marzik crosses midfield and is going to be taken down at the 47-yard line. So a solid gain. Glosny under pressure got it away to one of his top targets.
And Glosny had options, but the pressure was coming in on him. It was kind of a weird play right off the jump. Spacing was off on the motion, and thankfully for Glosny, he was able to get that off and pick up of 9.
2nd and 1. Give to Collins. Nowhere to go. Tries to fight forward. He's going to be close.
I think he got it. Yeah.
Easton Stone came flying out of his linebacker spot, and he got Collins in the backfield. But Collins was able to fight his way forward for a first down. Tough running there from the superstar running back. Single receiver set this time. Collins still in the backfield. He gets it here. Nowhere to go. Gain of a yard, maybe 2. I'm going to give him 3 on that last one, so 2nd and 7. .6:20 to go in the third quarter. 22-7. Warriors on top of the Tritons, looking to make it back to state. 2 receivers set this time for Glosny. Christian Collins still in the backfield. They're going to motion his brother Jack. Hand off to Collins. He's got some space this time. Crosses the 40 up to about the 38. Makes it third and manageable.
Third and 2. Tritons have not been as efficient in these third and shorts opportunities as they usually are this season.
Third down and 2, under 5.5 to go, third quarter. This drive has been mainly Collins, and now Carson Glosny split out wide to the top of your screen. Collins going to take the snap. Fakes, now goes to his left, fights forward. Should have enough for a first down. Looked like he got it.
And it looks like they will.
Should be right there, and they're going to move the chains. So after the quick score from the Warriors offense, the Tritons are taking their time moving the ball down the field. Been a very run-heavy approach in this first drive.
They're staying true to what they usually are. They're not a very high-pace offense. Still playing their ball, still playing confident ball. Just got to hope something breaks your way.
Handoff. LaViolet's going to get a carry, the fullback. Solid gain there, about 5. Brady LaViolet doesn't carry it very often. When he does, he's been pretty efficient in picking up good chunks of yards. Only had 9 attempts, but had 67 yards on the season. Collins over the right side's got a first down after he's taken down at about the 23-yard line. So Collins getting his carrying numbers up. Under 4 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Tritons taking their time on this offensive possession. 2 receivers set for Glosny. Go handoff to Collins one more time. Fights his way forward, crosses the 20. Gonna mark him down at the 19. It's gonna make it 2nd and 6.
Notre Dame not in a rush, as we mentioned before, but you got to imagine if you're just trying to time things up, you're going to want to score before the end of the third quarter. Obviously still a lot of time, but if you're trying to time things up and how long drives have gone for Rice Lake, I'm thinking you're going to want to score here before the end of the quarter.
Another 2 receivers set. Glosny hands Collins, trying to find some space. Not a whole lot there. Gain of a yard, and now the Warriors are signaling that ball may have come out. Let's see what happens here. Still no signal.
They're calling him down, I believe.
So that's happened a couple of times where we've seen the Warriors signaling that a Triton ball carrier has fumbled. We've already seen 1 fumble tonight from James Flanagan. Tritons hanging on to it here. 3rd down and 4. Once again, a 2 receiver set. Pitch to Collins. Trying to find some space inside the 10. He's got plenty for a first down. Taken down around the 9.
Clock will stop. 2:12, first down. Now it continues to roll.
Ball officially marked on the 8. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Once again, 2 receivers set. Collins up the middle. Gain of a couple.
Up to the 5. Clock continuing to roll. 2nd down and goal from the 5. Again, no real hurry. Just know that if you want to try and get back in this one, you know you're going to have to get a stop quick.
Still going with this 2 receiver set, stretch run. Collins spins, he's taken down. He's going to lose, looks like a yard. That's going to make it 3rd down and goal, now back at the 6.
Zach Orr just beating Leo Dart from his corner spot. Now a 3rd and goal from the 6. Glaszy's going to be under center, but what do you see them pull out here?
Under a minute to go. Pitch to Collins. Trying to find some space. Taken down just short of the goal line.
4th and goal from the 1. It's got to be 4 down territory here, but
right on the cusp of the yard to gain.
You've got to have this one.
Under 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can get the snap off before we begin playing the 4th. And that was a false start from Brady LaViolette. He was going in motion. They were going to run a wildcat formation. Ian Blum was going to take the snap, and now a timeout was called.
Timeout called by Rice Lake first.
Wow. How about that? So Rice Lake, in effect, saved Notre Dame 5 yards, 9.9 to go in the 3rd.
'23 Northwoods League champion Green Bay Rockers baseball team is looking to run it back in 2024. Ticket packages are on sale now to lock in the best seats as they defend their title. For information on group outings, flex packs, and more, visit greenbayrockers.com. Green Bay Rockers baseball, get ready for the show. Thank you to the Green Bay Rockers for sponsoring tonight's broadcast.
So an interesting play coming up here. It's 4th and 1. 4th and goal, I should say, from the 1 yard line. Initially, it was going to be a false start from Brady LaViolette, but the Rice Lake sideline called a timeout before that flag was thrown. 9 seconds left in the 3rd. High snap to Blum. He's blown up. Easton Stone on the tackle, and the Warriors will take over.
They've been trying that wildcat, but the snaps have just not been on point tonight. I think in a situation like that, you got to be able to line up under center. But that's a tough blow, and you're still going to have a play to run before the end of the 3rd quarter.
So the ball was on the 1 yard line. Rice Lake now takes over at their own 7. That was a loss of 6. 6 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's now Warrior football. And Coons can put it in cruise control for this final play. Handoff up the middle to Peters. Going to be taken down around the 13, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to an end. 22-7 the score. We'll take a quick break and then come back for start of the 4th quarter. You're watching round 4 of the 2023 Boys Football Tournament right here on the Triton Sports Network.
Bellin Health, we believe when part of you is injured, we have a part to play. Whether you're injured swinging for the fences or tending the hedges beside them, whether your goal is to play across the pond or star in Swan Lake, whether you're injured building strength or using your strength to build, our part is to provide no-cost injury consults no matter what part hurts. That's right, free of charge. Welcome to the Orthopedic Walk-In Injury Clinic at Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
What is that?
I don't know. I thought we could do our financial plan online.
Like a robo-advisor? Shouldn't we talk to someone who knows us?
Oh, it knows us.
Enter name.
It doesn't know us.
Robots don't know you.
We do.
So let's talk about your goals before we get started.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, every plan starts with a conversation. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Good dog.
Back here from Marshfield High School for round 4 of the 2023 Boys Football Tournament. Warriors and Tritons in a good one, 22-7. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Dominic D'Angelo, Joey Buonadonna with you on a Friday night. Winner of this game plays the winner of Grafton and Stoughton for the right to claim the state championship. 2nd and 4 as we come out of commercial break here for the Warriors. Coons is going to keep it. And he's taken down by Flanagan as he got near the 20. It's going to be enough for a first down.
Flanagan almost knocking that loose from behind, but strong carrying continuing from Jacob Coons.
Coons had a 61-yard touchdown in this game. That was back in the second quarter. Just underway here in the fourth. You're just joining us. Rice Lake stopped Notre Dame on the 1-yard line for a turnover on downs, and they now have the football here. Strand, not much room. Gain of about 3. Ball now on the 22. 2nd and 7. Nice fake there on the give, and not a whole lot of space there for Kelsey. It's going to make it 3rd down. Gain 3, makes it 3rd down and 4. Big play here for this Notre Dame defense. 3rd down and 4 from the 25. Coons keeps it, now tosses it. That's enough for the first down. That's Connor Durant. Haven't called his name in a while. He's got a solid carry as he crosses the 30. Up to the 34. And a 9 on that last one as we approach 10 minutes. This Notre Dame defense has been on the field for a large chunk of time in this game here, so you got to wonder maybe they're starting to get worn down from some of these runs. Another fake handoff. And Duran's got some space crossing midfield. He's got 3 Tritons in front of him as he crosses the Notre Dame 40.
And there it is, still going back up the middle. And they've gotten back to it, and it's tough to slow down. Rice Lake, full control of this one.
Ball up to the 38-yard line. We've seen Strand, we've seen Coons, we've seen Kelsey, we've seen Duran, we've seen Orr. All members of this offense getting involved tonight. Handoff up the middle. Getting about 4 up to the 35. That was Peters. About 9 minutes to go in regulation. 15-point lead for the Warriors. Looking back to make it back to state for the first time since 2021. Looking to avenge that loss to Pewaukee in the championship. Second and 6. Handoff. Another missed tackle and near a first down is Easton Stone.
They'll give it to him.
That's been the story of the night for the Tritons. A couple missed tackles.
It's going to be missed tackles and inopportune turnovers. And barring some miracle comeback with 8.5 minutes left, this Triton team, they could fall just a round short of getting back to Camp Randall.
Coons is going to keep it up the middle. He's got the angle. He's got the end zone. Second touchdown of the night for Coons. And the lead balloons to 21. As we've seen most of the night, they will go for 2. Try to make it a 23-point game. Man in motion, they pitch it to him. Looking to throw, and he's got him. A trick play or threw it to Strand in the back corner. And it's up to 30 for the Warriors tonight.
And I think a play like that, that's just demoralizing enough that might have just sucked out anything that Notre Dame possibly had left in the tank. Obviously, it ain't over till it's over, but 8 minutes left and trailing now by, do some quick math here, 23. I'm a journalism major for a reason. Math is not my strong suit.
That's fair.
But 23, I can do math here. That's a 3-possession game. And with 8 minutes left, and how Rice Lake has held on to the football and had long drives, this Notre Dame team has a lot cut out for them.
They're going to make a comeback. They got to start in a hurry. 8 minutes to go. Facing their biggest deficit since they faced Wanakee back in week 2. That one's angled, and it's going to stay inbounds. Collins now has to pick it up, try to make something out of nothing. It's a nice return as he crosses the 20 up to the 24. And Collins a little slow to get up. And he's got a slight limp to him as he comes near the sideline.
Well, 7:56 left, and he's going to head off.
Looks like he pointed to his ankle potentially and maybe got rolled up on that kickoff. He has been healthy all through this year. He is as tough a kid as they come.
You look at this team, you look at the base of a guy like Christian Collins and James Flanagan returning.
Losney throws. That pass is caught. And that is James Flanagan for a gain of about 4.
As I mentioned, Christian Collins and James Flanagan returning to next year's team. That's a nucleus that you're happy with, but there are a lot of seniors that have contributed around this unit.
$7:20 to go in regulation. Tritons got to score and score quickly if they want to get back into this one. Losney swings it out. Ian Blum trying to find some space, makes a nice move. He's got a first down up to the 37-yard line, we'll call it.
Well, they're starting to get the running backs involved in the receiving game. Would have been interesting to see if they would have been able to get to that earlier.
That was a gain of 8 on that last play. This one skips into the bench, incomplete, intended for Marzik. That's really the first throw we've seen from Glosny tonight where he's just flat out missed a guy. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, throwing to the boundary there it's a tough one. Not too many quarterbacks at the high school level can make that one with ease every single time. 6:52 left, 2nd down, and 10 to go. Words are eluding me as we wane to the end of this one.
Glosny feeling the pressure. Tries to step up. Still rolling. Now he throws. Flanagan. Oh, what a hit on the sideline. Zach Orr knocked it out. Otherwise, Flanagan was going to have a big play. Nice job by Glosny to buy some time by moving the pocket. That brings up 3rd down.
I know Flanagan's usually one of the bigger guys on the field every single time he trots out there. But the 5'11", 170 junior Zach Orr coming in. Ball lofted in there a little bit, but wow.
Flanagan stands at 6'5", 230 pounds. That was quite the hit on the sideline. Glosny feeling the pressure immediately. That one falls incomplete. Trying to set up a screen pass there to Ian Blum. That's going to make it 4th and 10.
And Blum, I think, could have gone for it, but I think he might have thought that he was throwing to someone else. It was just way over his head. 4th and 10, and this one could be your dagger if it has not happened already.
Desperation time, no doubt. 4th and 10 on their own 37. Flanagan lined up in the slot. Glosny, here comes a blitz. Going deep. 2 receivers in the area, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Zach Orr, who's doing everything right tonight. Adds an interception to the stat sheet. And the Warriors are going to take over on their own 30.
Yeah, I think he almost might have gotten a talking to. Usually in that situation, you do want to knock it down, but still a great play there from Zach Orr. He's been doing everything on this drive for Rice Lake's defense, and that one might be curtains.
That's the first interception of the year thrown by Glosny. Had 11 touchdowns coming into tonight. That is first turnover. 6:32 left in regulation, and now a whistle and a timeout taken by the Warriors.
Lemieux Toyota proudly supports Triton football. Next one. McKay Racing Team is a youth racer. Henrik McKay, a current 4th grader at Notre Dame de Pere. Henrik, his home track is Road America, but he also travels the Midwest for national races for CKNA, the Route 66 Sprint Series. He also drives both 4-cycle and 2-cycle carts. McKay Racing Team says, go Tritons. And Immel Construction is a proud supporter of Notre Dame Academy and Triton Athletics. Immel Construction is a Green Bay, Wisconsin-based general contractor serving all your commercial construction needs for over 60 years. We are honored to be associated with Notre Dame Academy and wish the players, coaches, administration, and the fans best of luck. 41 and counting. Let's go Tritons.
So fresh set of downs here for the Warriors. Ball on their own 30. 6.5 to go in regulation. They have been in full control since the midway point of the first quarter. Coons
It's been 30
yard gain.
30 unanswered. And would be, as if it stands right now, identical to their other loss to Wanakee 30-7 final in that one. It'll be a 30-7 final here in Marshfield against the Rice Lake Warriors. And you know what the nickname of the Waunakee football team is?
What's that?
The Warriors.
It's a small world, isn't it? Couple of fake handoffs and a carry up the middle for a modest gain. That was Durand. 3rd and 4.
Third and 4. Needing a stop here.
.5:10 to go. Coons under pressure. Ball comes out, and it's picked up, and Stanley Smith is going to take this one for a score, and there's life in the Tritons.
Well, folks, Stanley Smith scored a touchdown. He had a scoop and score in the win over Menasha in last year's playoffs, and he's got another one here. Not out of it just yet. I'd imagine the Tritons are going to go for 2. That would be what makes sense here.
A big play right when you needed it. Still 5 minutes to go in regulation. Tritons are not dead yet. Here comes Glosny in the offense for that 2-point conversion.
You need this one here, but it does make sense. Go for the 2. You know you need it.
Last couple of times they've gotten near the goal line, they've gotten a little bit cute with some different formations. This time they're going to motion Leviat and give it right to Collins, and he is going to be in. So don't go away just yet. This one is not quite over. That makes it 30-15 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Triton still breathing on the big takeaway from Smith.
And that's the thing that Rice Lake had not really done all game, is that they took care of the football. And a big turnover and a big scoop and score when the Tritons needed it most. And when it comes down to a 2-score game like this, there are definitely a few points that you can go back and look at. Rice Lake had an opportunity to double it up going into the second half and out of the first half rather.
For Coons, that's his 6th fumble on the season. And that a big one, and we can, by all accounts, expect an onside kick attempt here from Nick Grusin. Skips it up, and it's going to be fielded cleanly. Connor Durand on the hands team.
A little far back there on the onside, but 4:59 left.
Ball marked on the 44.
Tritons have all 3 timeouts, so never sure.
Go with that 2-receiver, 2 tight end formation. Handoff up the middle. Solid gain of about 6.
I give you credit, Dom. I've been fooled on some of these triple option plays myself. You've been pretty consistent on tracking this ball.
You gotta have keen eyesight for eyesight for an offense like this.
Second and 4. The Tritons come up with another stop.
Once again, the motion, the handoff up the middle is going to go for a first down.
A flag coming from the backfield.
We'll check the marker. It's going to be a hold against the Warriors, so the first down negated. See where they mark the ball here. It's going to put them all the way back to, let's see where the official's going to put this here. As the head official makes the ruling. So it's going to put it all the way back to the 40.
So still second down, and now the clock's going to run.
If you're Coach Rader, you got to maybe think about using one of those timeouts depending on the outcome of this play here. Single receiver set this time. Or split to the top of your screen. Couple fake handoffs. Here's the end around Durant. He's got the angle. And they get that yardage right back. He's got a first down, and he wisely goes down at the 37.
And now the clock, after they get the ball and the chain set, it's going to keep moving. And Rice Lake looking like they can start to run this clock out and start running to Camp Randall.
This ground game has carried them all year. They had 5 separate players with over 300 yards rushing, and they've been flexing that muscle all throughout this game tonight. Handoff right up the middle. Across the 30, there goes Stone inside the 20, and he's taken down around the 19.
No one able to bring him down there. And the big guy, Easton Stone, pushing forward, and the clock continuing to run. 6 touchdowns last week in the win over Alaska. He's a tough guy to slow down.
Got a little bit of my ahead of myself there. Ball's marked at the 21. 2:45 left in regulation. Go to Peters, and now they're at the 19. Gain of about 2. 2:30 left in the fourth quarter. Still in cruise control as we approach 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. Coons is taking his time. Here he's going to hand it off right out the middle to Peters, and a strong tackle is made. Crowd wanted a face mask. There are no flags on the field. And now a timeout is taken by the Tritons. With 1:53 left, that was Abe Augustine in on the stop.
Third down. For Rice Lake, they're still in control of being able to run this clock out. Again, just have to hold on to the football.
So with 1:53 left, it's a 30-15 lead for Rice Lake, who, if this holds up, will make it back to the state championship for the first time since 2021. Back from timeout, 3rd down and 7. Ball on the 18. Single receiver set. Man in motion. They fake it a couple of times, and Coons is going to be able to throw it away. He was in the grasp of Marzik for a hot second there. He threw it away.
Well, now the clock's going to stop, so, well, Notre Dame will hold on to a timeout.
And this is going to set up an interesting spot here because as we addressed, Rice Lake doesn't have a field goal kicker, so the offense is going to remain out on the field. Fourth down and 7 from the 18. Man in motion once again, handoff up the middle, and I don't think he got it.
No, not close.
Easton Stone. And now Notre Dame will get the football back with 100 seconds left on the clock and 2 timeouts to work with.
So, not totally over just yet. There is a path to victory here for Notre Dame. You have 2 timeouts. You got a long field to go here, but you're gonna need a lot to go your way, and not a lot has gone Notre Dame's way in the last 46 minutes and change. We'll see.
4 receivers set. Obvious passing situation for Glosny. Looking to his right. Going deep. That's for Hornacek. He's got it, and he's out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
Well, it takes 5 seconds off the clock. And a big pickup.
That's a great throw from Glosny. Had a little bit of trouble on a previous out route throw. Hit Hornacek on a corner route that time. And now there is a stoppage in play.
Rice Lake Warrior down on the sideline.
Looks like that's Connor Duran who is jogging under his own power, so that's good to see. So he makes it to the sidelines. Big play for the Tritons, has it at the 38, first down and 10. Once again, 4 receivers set. Glosny throws, pass, caught. Got to get out of bounds. I don't think he did. That was Marzek on the reception. Modest gain up to the 43. So they got to go hurry up here. Glosny throws it deep down the sideline, and did he catch that in bounds? No.
There's a flag, too.
There is a flag down. Hornacek went up and got it. Just couldn't get his feet in bounds.
An eligible man downfield is the signal.
So Hornacek couldn't get his feet in, and now the penalty is going to be declined by Rice Lake. That makes it 2nd and 5 with 1:10 to go. So 3rd down and 5. Glosny fakes, under pressure, sets up a screen. Flanagan in the middle of the field. He crosses midfield, and he's tripped down. Looks like the turf monster may have gotten him.
Goes down. The clock does stop at 1:02. Tritons still have 2 timeouts. Clock's only going to stop momentarily. Oh, there's a flag for roughing the passer.
So that's going to gain another 15. Boy, just costly mistakes that Rice Lake, quite frankly, doesn't need. How about that? So that's going to move them up even further into Warrior territory. Going to mark this all the way up at the, looks about the 30. And now there's going to be another pause. The head official and one of the side judges are having a conversation. So let's see what this is about.
The clock's going to start.
Glosny fires, passes high and incomplete.
A flag coming from the secondary.
We're now under a minute to go. Looks like it's a hold against the Warriors. That's the initial signal. And it is, so another penalty. So the Warriors, who had not been penalized much throughout the evening, now with some costly mistakes here. So that's going to be another first down. Ball moved up to the 20. 58.5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame still trailing 2 possessions. Glosny swings it out. Collins couldn't break a tackle, and he's taken it down across the 20.
Timeout called by Notre Dame. They'll have one left. Obviously, you need to score first. But, Dom, if they score here, you're down by 15. Do you go for the 2 now or do you go for the 2 later?
That's the age-old question that you hear all the time. I think the play, so let's do some basic math here. They score the 6, it'd be 21-30. I think you got to go for the point afterwards, first and foremost. Because if you don't get the 2-point conversion, it's essentially still game over there. So you'd be down by 9, which is still a 2-possession game. So I think if you score here, you got to kick the extra point.
Notre Dame did go for the 2 last time out to put us where we stand now at 30-15.
30-15 is our score. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Three receivers set for Glosny. Collins in the backfield. It's going to move him now to flanker his right side. Glosny, here comes the world, and he gets it away. Collins makes the catch, stays inbounds. Now he gets out of bounds. Crossing the 15, that's going to make it third down.
Smart play from Collins, still able to get some yardage off of it, not a lot, but to get out of bounds, that was the key there. 3rd and 5, got to be thinking end zone.
So the ball is placed exactly on the 15-yard line. Once again, 3 receivers set. Collins in the backfield.
A timeout called by Rice Lake now.
That's going to be the final timeout, I believe, taken by Rice Lake. Notre Dame still has 1 timeout remaining. Big play here, 3rd down and 5.
Looking over at that Grafton-Stoughton game for those interested in that one, it's 10-6 in favor of the Blackhawks. Not sure who has the football. I believe it is Grafton with the football. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. I think it's a 3rd down coming up.
Winner of this game faces the winner of that one. That one's shaping out to be a good one. Under 3 minutes to go in the fourth in that game. Under 45 seconds here. 3rd down and 5 from the 15. Rice Lake student section in front of us making some noise. 4 receivers set this time. Glosny going for Flanagan. In the end zone, and it's incomplete. So they took a shot to the end zone. Smart play call there for your 6'5" target. Makes it 4th and 5.
Glasny hasn't been needed to throw the football all that much this season, but he's been throwing some nice balls tonight. Let's see what happens here on 4th down. Game on the line.
Don't get it here. The game is in effectly over. Gotta have it. Glasny fires. Wide open man. It's incomplete. Turnover on downs, and the Warriors can kneel it out.
34 seconds remaining. Tritons made it interesting. A flare for the dramatics at the end. But again, going back to the mistakes in that second quarter. Is what separated this one. Rice Lake headed to the D3 title game.
One final kneel down should be it. See if they need to take another one here just for the clock time here. Under 25 seconds to go.
Doesn't appear that Coach Schrader will take one, and that'll do it.
We're now under 10 seconds. Gotta know the fans are gonna go ballistic here when this hits 0. And that's gonna do it. The Rice Lake Warriors advance to the state championship game. And for the Tritons, a stupendous season comes to a close. 30-15 is the final. And the Warriors, with their ground attack, looking to add some more hardware to their trophy case a week from tonight. So as the teams exchange handshakes after a hard-fought game, we'll take a break here from Marshfield. Once again, Rice Lake wins at 30-15. We'll be back right after this.
WIAA Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank, real people, real conversations.
Boom! Hey, where are you going? Can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
Back here from Marshfield in Wisconsin, where the Rice Lake Warriors, the 1 seed on this side of the bracket, defeated the 2-seeded Tritons 30-15. They advanced to the state championship game. And Joey, we talked about it at halftime, just some missed opportunities on this Triton side, and the Warriors were able to capitalize on top of those.
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to 1 or 2 plays a game like this that, you know, almost made it a touchdown game in the last drive of the game. But few opportunities inside the red zone squandered in that first half. A fumble in that first half. Just inopportune plays, and Rice Lake took advantage of them.
So as the players are supported by the fans, that's going to do it for our coverage. For Athletic Director Matthew Canning, his assistant Anthony Schumann, for our producer and technical engineer Chris Learman, of course, for Joey Buonadonna, I'm Dominic D'Angelo saying thanks so much for watching. So long and good night from Marshfield.